ATL. I'm Intuitive Empath Sydney Rich, and on this channel, we take you through the journey of the tarot through pick-a-card readings. Today is the Hierophant, number 5 in the tarot. And if you haven't gotten a chance to check out my other videos, make sure to do so. Subscribe so you can stay up to date. So the Hierophant, what energy does this encompass? It is the teacher, the spiritual teacher, the enlightened one, the Pope, the religious leader. And it also speaks to our societal norms and traditions, like marriage or getting a degree. It's our institution. So what grounds us in our life here on earth, and what are we aspiring towards, and what are we guided towards, and how are we achieving our goals? Who are we learning from? Who are our guides, whether it be religious or spiritual, or in our mentorships, in our work, or what have you? We all have a Hierophant in our life that gives us guidance on how we can move forward. And the other thing that I love about the Hierophant is that it is a collective type of card. God or the universe, source, however you see that amazing being, is our connector and who we get our guidance from, right? So here on earth, we're kind of separated a lot of times. And the Hierophant reminds us that we are all journeying on this life together. And sometimes we need to lean on each other. Sometimes we need to lean on a higher power in order for us to get the guidance that we need to get us in alignment with our soul's purpose here on earth this time around, okay? So the Hierophant's going to allow us to see where we need to be guided, what lessons do we need to learn, and maybe who we need to reach out to gather and get some of that guidance, because we don't have to do it on our own. So when we get to the pick a card section, let's see where you need to be guided and maybe where you can guide and teach someone else in your life. It's time to pick a card. So use this time to connect with your intuition. That's what pick a cards are all about. Allowing yourself to be your own intuitive guide. Okay, so settle in, take some deep breaths, and just allow yourself to pick whichever pile resonates best with you based on the number or how the card looks or what have you. But just allow yourself to just go with your instinct. So pile number 1 is the Hierophant from the Afro Goddess deck. Pile number 2 is Sophia, the Wise Woman from the Mythical Goddess Tarot. And pile number 3 is the Hierophant from the Zombie Tarot. So just take a time and see which one, 1, 2, or 3 you're guided towards, and click on the timestamps below. Okay, if you chose pile number 1, the Hierophant from the Afro Goddess deck, this is your reading. Now remember, we all have willpower, so we can all, make different decisions in our lives. So this is just a general collective reading. So take what resonates and leave whatever doesn't, right? Okay, we have the Page of Swords. 6 of Stones, Exploitation from our Wildroot Tarot. Ace of Pentacles Reverse, Scarcity from our Truth Deck Tarot. Starseed Oracle, The Seas of Mintaka. Our Life Purpose Oracle, Healer. And our Black Moon Astrology is the 8th house, Endings and Beginnings. I love the 8th house. Okay, so what's going on here? So like I said, the Hierophant is there to teach us, to guide us. And so it often asks us, how can we reach out to someone else to give us some guidance, to give us some clarity, And a lot of times that might be going to church, that might be joining a meditation group, however that is. But the main thing is you are not alone in your journey, okay? So what I'm seeing here, Page of Swords, is that if you chose this group, you might very well be seeking an organization or an institution to kind of connect with that is in alignment with who you are as a person. You're looking for something. Page of Swords talks about inquisition. So you're out there and you're really doing your research. And if you haven't, maybe you should start, okay? And research, what do you believe? And what can help you on your journey? If it's, regular religious institutions, maybe you can go and do some research on that. Maybe you're a Buddhist. Maybe you are realizing that you don't conform to the religion that you were born into and you're trying to find yourself. So this card is asking you to start the search to connect with others that can allow you some collective energy, so you're not feeling as if it's just on your shoulders to figure everything out. And with the Six of Stones, this is a dedicated process, okay? Connecting with an institution or a belief system or some type of mentor to help you and allow you to really see things from a different point of view or a more connected point of view with our soul here on earth. And it takes dedication. So the Six of Stones here is saying that this is something that you're investing in. So don't feel as if you have to rush and hurry and figure it out. Allow yourself time to invest in this search and understand that this is a dedication. You are saying, okay, I'm looking for some type of guidance in my life. And with that, I want to be really clear and grounded and feel good about who I'm connecting with and where I'm seeking this knowledge from. The thing that's just coming through really clearly right now is the fact that we are not here to just figure it out on our own. There's people that are around us in our soul tribe and our soul family that are here to give us messages and to give us knowledge. And so if you're in your life right now and you're feeling disconnected, you're feeling lost, you're feeling as if you're not checking off marks, or you're feeling like, well, I grew up in the church and now I'm a part of no church, am I an atheist? Am I, do I not care anymore? It's really a time, group one, for you guys to reconnect and start that search on what is going to guide you on your journey here on earth. And the Ace of Pentacles reverse is confirming that. You might be in a space where you're not feeling fulfilled, you're not feeling grounded, you're not feeling connected. And that is what this card is speaking to. That's why the buzzword here is scarcity. It might feel as if you are missing something in your life. And therefore your journey, your goals, your ambitions are not flowing because you're not inspired. You don't have a sense of connection or teaching that you may need to incorporate in order for you to flow more into your destiny. And so I see that. Ooh, I love that I said flow. And we have the C's in Mintaka. So it says on here, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. And this is that idea that we grow up very strict, a lot of us. So I'm from Georgia, and I grew up in a very Baptist, Southern Baptist family. And I realized as I was flowing, as I was in the sea of Mintaka, that there was more for me to learn and to break down. And so I kind of separated myself from that because I knew my unconscious was leading me elsewhere. And so that's what this card is speaking to. It's saying, what is your soul yearning to learn? What type of collective or group or guidance does your soul need right now? And it very well may be just a light bulb moment from listening to this reading, or it could be like, yeah, you know what? I was gonna go to this Buddhist ceremony this week, and I think I'm going to do it because I feel connected there. But allow yourself to connect with what you may be feeling on a soul level, but it's difficult for you to access because it's in your unconsciousness. So this card is asking to flow into that space that we don't go often, and to see if that's where your Hierophant energy, your guidance is leading you, in order for you to connect with a certain mentor or teacher, to allow yourself to really feel grounded and able to start at a centered location moving forward. Because with the healer card, I feel that you guys are very spiritual people that chose this group. You have a spirituality about yourself that's natural, that's just of your essence. And now it's time to really like dive into that deeper, which is why that Page of Swords is coming through and talking about that inquisitive part of that. You have this ability naturally to be healing, but sometimes we need guidance and teaching and form in order for us to bring out that energy from us, and so we can use it in the best way possible. We're all healers. In this group particularly, you are a healer. You have a spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. So you just may need some help in that area. And I love that we have the 8th house, which is the occult house in astrology. So all the witchy woo spiritual stuff is in this 8th house. And so it's really confirming that if you chose this group, chances are you're feeling very spiritually turned on, but you're not really sure where to go with it. And so try to find sources and people and groups and collectives that you resonate with. And that could be through books, that could be through YouTube channels, that could be through your direct community. It's important for us to understand that in order for us to continue to move forward and grow in our lives and achieve and manifest what we want, we have to have some type of centered spiritual connection, so we don't feel as if we are just out here, because we are not. We are all guided by God, the universe, source, however you see that amazing energy. And sometimes we need a teacher or a practice or a religion or an institution to help us feel more centered and grounded in that journey. And so I hope group 1, you guys are understanding that you are very special. You're spiritually inclined, and it is only to your benefit to seek out some teachers to give you more enlightenment and understanding of where this journey is taking you. It doesn't have to be, I'm not religious, right? I don't ascribe to religion, but I allowed myself to understand that the unconscious was coming to light, and I needed to go deeper because I myself was a healer. And so I found my mentor, through meditation classes. And to this day, if you guys follow Arcana ATL, Keisha, the psychic yogi, she is my mentor, and she's taught me so many things, and will continue to. And it's really allowed me to feel very centered and plant my roots in my spirituality in order for me to manifest my reality. So I hope this provides you some insight and clarity. Let me know if it resonates with you. Leave a comment below and make sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date on the other pick a cards that come out. And just let me know if you like it or not. Thumbs up, or if you don't, you can thumbs down. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. If you chose pile number 2, the Wise Woman, this is your reading. I love this card. I want to talk about it real quick. So the Wise Woman, she's pregnant with wisdom, right? And so that's a lot of the energy of the Hierophant. It's about gaining, seeking, finding wisdom in others in order for us to achieve what we need to achieve this lifetime. So let's see what else we have. We have the 7 of Wands, the Stag, which is the Chariot, Page of Wands, our Starseed Oracle is Empathetic Starseed. Our life purpose is steady. And our BlackMoon astrology is 1st house, the body. Okay, I actually want to start with this oracle. The first house, the body. So in astrology, our first house is typically where our ascendant sign is, our rising sign. It's how we present in the physical, so the body. And this can give us some clues to our soul's purpose this lifetime around. The type of body that we are in, the type of form that we take on in this lifetime, believe it or not, can be in a little bit of a blueprint to the type of work that we do or what our soul is learning this go around. And so take a second, if you chose this group 2, and see what your ascendant is, okay? And see how you relate to that sign and how it has played a part in your life thus far. For example, my rising is Leo. So for me to even just share that with you is an example of how my rising sign has influenced my being here this time around. So I am very outspoken, and if someone were to meet me, they'd probably think I was very outgoing and in the spotlight, and I like that. They may assume those things from me. My hair is big like a lion, and so that has kind of helped maneuver me through my life, how I present. The energy that I give off to others often gets me to places where I am, or even doing this YouTube channel, okay? This has a lot to do with the fact that I don't mind being on camera and talking to you guys. So what it feels like group 2 is really figure out what your ascendant is, because I feel like it will give you a lot of wisdom on your journey here. Because with the 7 of Wands, this speaks to this idea that you're battling with yourself, potentially, if you chose this group. You're having an internal fight about your purpose, about your passions, about who you are and what you are here to do. And it's something that is causing you stress. It's causing you annoyance. You're bothered, but you're not deterred. And there also may be too many cooks in the kitchen, as they say. You might be listening to the wrong people. You might be listening to the opinions of people in your life and that aren't really giving you any clarity. So with the Hierophant, the wise woman here is asking you, how can you go and find someone that is on your same page, someone that understands you, someone that connects with you where you don't feel like you're fighting all the time or trying to prove something to someone. Surround yourself with people that understand you. The Hierophant, like I said, is about our guidance, our teaching, our form of information, where we're getting our information from and how we're shaping ourselves. And so if the people around you are making you feel like they don't understand you, well, let's see and seek out someone that does. Let's study. Let's go and find our teacher, our guides in this journey that you are on right now. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity. That's the message that I'm hearing here very clearly for group 2, is that you need more information about the type of guidance and mentorship that you may need to help you on your journey. This feels a little bit more career-based versus spiritual. Group 1 was more spiritual. Group 2, it feels as if you are in this space of trying to find yourself in your career, and it's calling for you to get a mentor, get someone that can teach you the ropes so you don't feel like you're going in blinded, okay? And the Stag, that makes a lot of sense. The Chariot talks about picking a path and going for it. And once we pick that path, then we're on our way. We're going. We got it. But you've got to pick that path first. You have to see where you're trying to go. So group 2, it feels like you need a mentor. You need a wise woman in your life to say, you have these skills, you have this ability, you need to go down this road. It's like you need some true guidance in the direction that your life is going, and it feels very career oriented. And I see that as well with the Page of Wands. Wands energy, just like Seven of Wands, is about our purpose, our passion, our career. And so you're very excited. Enthusiasm is the main word of the Page of Wands energy. And so you're super excited. You're ready. You're just like, 2021's my year. Let's get this popping. Or whenever you're watching this. And you're saying, I have the excitement. I have the drive. I just need the direction. I just need some help. And so find that help. Seek that help out. You know, do your research. Understand that who you are as a person is leading you down this road. And so you may just need a little bit more information, some more guidance, some more wisdom from someone that's already been there. So don't feel afraid to reach out to someone and say, hey, can I just like pay your consultation fee for a second, or bend your ear for a second, depending on who they are. You know, one thing, once again, I'm going to tell a little anecdotal story. One thing I like to do is, even if I pay for a service, I like to ask questions. So if I'm going to get my aura read, I like to, you know, I paid to get my aura read, but I'm also going to just ask some questions about the person that's doing the reading. And that can help give me some wisdom that I need on my journey when it comes to my career. So take that as a little tidbit. And empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Wow. Back to Seven of Wands. You, group 2, if you chose this, you're probably someone, like it says, very empathetic. Being empathetic is beautiful. It's great. It's wonderful. It allows us to feel human, connected. We are a collective. Just like I was saying, the wise woman, the Hierophant, is about the collective and institutions. But what's important is to understand that we must protect our energy, okay? We must protect ourselves and allow ourselves to have clarity with what we're feeling and not what someone else is imposing on us, okay? Not what someone else's thoughts are, not what someone else's dreams are. What are our dreams? So it's important to understand that you may be absorbing energy that is not yours and is not helpful to you on this journey. Okay, so I would definitely look into protection stones like tourmaline, but also understanding that oftentimes being an empath gets thrown around a lot. It is great that you can feel others, but it is not your job. It is not a badge of honor to irresponsibly absorb people's energy. That is not a good thing. So we need to make boundaries for ourselves and others. And that might be a place where you need to go and find someone that's wise, that understands this and can give you some more direction on how to do so. So you can move forward in your career or in your reality that you're manifesting in a way that is just yours, your energy, your thoughts, your ambitions, your goals, okay? Because a lot of times if we're an empath, we're picking up on other people's, and that might make our dream foggy, confused, delayed. So the main thing that I'm getting here with you guys is to understand yourself more and understand what you need in order for you to be able to achieve your goals. And so that may mean reaching out to a mentor to get more information, more guidance, and more information on which direction is best for you to be moving in so you can achieve those goals. So I hope this provides some insight and clarity. If it did, let me know below. If not, you can thumbs down it or you can thumbs up it if you're like, yes, girl, I'm digging it. Remember to subscribe, share it with the homies, and I'll see you next time. Bye. What's up, group 3? You chose the Hierophant from the Zombie Tarot, and I love this one because it's a little newscaster in the TV. I love the news. I have a problem. So the news is one of our institutions that we use in our society to give us information, to inform us, to guide us on certain things. And so I love that they depicted the Hierophant that way, because that's basically what that energy is, a guide. We don't have to listen to it verbatim, but it gives us information that can allow us to make decisions that are best for us. So let's see how that's going to play out in your energy. Page of Cups. 9 of Arrows. The reverse of 4 of Wands. Our Starseed Oracle, the Great Severing. Ooh. Our Life Purpose Oracle, Nutrition. And our BlackMoon mythology, or excuse me, astrology is North Node, Life's Purpose. So, okay, so what I'm feeling with group 3 is that you guys are needing some guidance when it comes to relationships, when it comes to not just interpersonal relationships, but relationships in general. There's this need to understand and give yourself what you need in a relationship and understand what you do not need. And so with the Page of Cups, this energy is youthful, it's younger, it's still learning about our emotions and about our connections with people. So what it feels like, group 3, if you chose this group, is that you are still trying to figure out who you want in your life in all aspects. And you may have some stumbling blocks here and there. And so the Hierophant is going to be important for you to tap into to see what who is really in alignment with the person that you are, the type of people that you want to be around, and especially if you are interested in getting married, because the Hierophant also speaks to tradition. So you might be in a space in your life, if you chose this group 3, where you are making major shifts in your relationships and you have an ultimate goal in mind, like marriage or whatever the case may be. And so it's important to understand that you don't know it all right now, and that's okay. So you may need some help. You may need some guidance. If you are in a relationship, you may need to go to couples counseling, or you guys may need to read some books on how to be more nurturing to yourself as an individual and thus as a couple. Because I see with the 9 of Arrows, this is the 9 of Swords in a regular deck, but they have the word dedication here. So it feels like you are really dedicated to mentally growing and understanding yourself and others more. So it doesn't always create anxiety and difficult situations when it comes to your relationships. And that takes a lot of dedication. It's not fun. It's not easy. It's not comfortable to learn about ourselves and how we relate to others, but someone that has more wisdom than us, someone that can mentor, teach us, guide us, like the Hierophant speaks to, can help navigate that ickiness of relationships and people a little bit better, because it is ugh. And I see with the 4 of Wands reversed, the uprooting is the word here on the Truth deck. And it feels as if you are being uprooted if you chose this group. You might feel unstable. You might feel as if you thought you had everything figured out with relationships, and then all of a sudden you don't know what the hell is going on, and you're confused and you don't know what to do. You don't know how to talk to people anymore. You don't know how to relate to people anymore. You're really going through a transformation when it comes to who you are, and therefore who and how you are interacting with people around you. And that's okay, because that's part of life. But when we're in it, it can feel suffocating, drowning, very confusing, disorienting. And that's why when we call on a teacher, call on a mentor, call on someone that knows something about this, it can give us some solace and like, okay, I'm just I'm just on a journey. I'm not crazy. I'm okay. I just need to understand that I'm still learning myself. And that's what it feels like for this group. The great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Wow, that's a great synchronicity there. Softening to love. So Mars energy is aggressive energy. It's very passionate. It's very fiery. It's very, it doesn't think, it just does, okay? And so a lot of times when we are starting or we're in relationships with people and we're still learning ourselves, we have the ability to act before we think. And that can create conflict and that can create issues. But what it's asking you to do and what you may need the Hierophant energy for is to understand how can you take that passion and turn it into receptive energy. Instead of energy that is going at people, how can you turn it and make it something that is allowing you to receive from people? It feels like if you chose this group, you may be someone that is always trying to assert themselves or explain themselves to others, and you feel as if they're not understanding me, they don't get me, I'm just never, I don't know if I talk to them anymore, I'm going to block them, you're muted, I hate you. But the Hierophant is here to let you know that you don't have to just go and block them. You can go and learn tools and modes of dealing with your emotions, so it's more of a helpful environment when you're connecting with others. That's what it feels like, group 3, that you guys are just really getting to a point where you're realizing that yes, you are who you are, but it is affecting your relationships and they're not able to grow to the point that you want them to. So something has to be fed to you in order for you to understand that you can soften how you are interacting with people and understand that you don't always have to be on the defense. You can also be in a space where you are open and dedicated to allowing others to help you. And with the nutrition card, this is what I'm getting from this. It's not about eating. It's about feeding your soul in a way that is nurturing, that feels like a hug. So you don't feel so defensive or you're trying to, convince people that they need you in their life and that you're the best. It's how do you learn other ways to show in that type of energy, that type of value to others without being too short with people or frustrated with people. Feels like group 3 that there just needs to be some understanding of your purpose here in life. And that brings us to our North Node, life's purpose. We are all here for a reason. And you may feel very passionate about the reason that you're here or about the people in your life and the connections that you have. But when passion has no focus or direction, it can just take us all over the place. And so it feels like the Hierophant energy is needed in your life to give you some hydration to those passions, okay? So it's not burning so fiery, but it's a cool, warm bath of energy, of connection with others. And so you can actually start living your life purpose with more clarity and more intention, because now you've understood that, okay, these relationships that I have with people, I need them, I need to foster them, but maybe I need to learn what I'm getting from these people more so than what I'm able to give these people, so that you can start to manifest things that are long term and not short lived, or you can start to smooth out relationships with people that have been aggravated, or that you can grow in a relationship with people and not feel as if you just have to cut everybody off all the time because you don't know how to interact with them. So instead of learning, you just say, never mind. The Hierophant's asking you to seek out that wisdom elsewhere, or listen to people more in your life. Who is someone that you respect, that you can bounce some feelings and scenarios off of and say, hey, you know, I'm really trying to fix these relationships in my life, but I'm having difficulty. Do you have advice? That's what the Hierophant's about, giving guidance for those that are seeking it. And it feels like once you guys get that guidance, you guys will know the nutrition, the diet you need in order for you to understand that being angry is not helpful. Yet it is, it's not helpful, and that you can soften those emotions and allow yourself to reconnect with people in a much more loving, understanding way, and allow yourself to not feel so overwhelmed by your emotions. So yeah, the main energy here with group 3 is your interpersonal relationships, allowing yourself to understand you more so you can connect with others better and foster long-term, stronger relationships, intimate ones, friendships, family ships, all of those types of relationships. The Hierophant's asking you to seek out some more knowledge. So whether that be reading books, podcasts, talking to someone that you respect, but that's the wisdom that group 3, if you chose this, you might be needing in order for you to smooth out some of the interpersonal connections in your life so that you can manifest what it is that you're desiring this go around, what your purpose in life is, so you're no longer distracted by the difficulties with people, but yet guided through those in a way to achieve your goals. Because it does feel like you need to work with people to achieve your purpose. And if we can't work with people, then we will forever be in this kind of like stuck motion and not achieving our purpose here this lifetime. So I hope that makes sense and provides some clarity and insight. Thank you guys again for tuning in with me. And if this resonated, let me know. Leave it below. If not, let me know as well. Check out my other videos. And thank you so much, Group 3. Bye.